Hello everybody, my name is Revender, but you can also call me David, and welcome to a new project. What am I, crazy? Another JRPG type thing? You know, I do a little bit of everything. But welcome to my project of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker. Now, honestly, this may come to a surprise of you, because for one, where the heck did I go? Well, it's the end of the semester, and I have my last final this coming Friday, and this is the 5th as I'm recording this, so the Friday that's coming this week. And so I finally have a little bit, more time to myself, and I figured why not do something that I wanted to have fun with. And if you guys remember, I actually streamed my entire experience with Shadowbringers, actually. And so I figured why not do something, different, do something a little bit more fun. And honestly, I've been trying to go ahead and record this, I don't even know how long ago at this point. Maybe the entire day. I couldn't think straight for a second. And, yeah, logging queues are very, very terrible. Since last time you've seen me play Final Fantasy XIV, I have revamped a lot of different things. If you guys have been there, I used to play on keyboard and mouse. Now I play on controller. I just readjusted my entire UI today, so things are going to be in weird spots, but these are just stuff. This is just stuff that would make sense to me. But anyway, without further ado, I don't know entirely how this is going to be edited just quite yet, and so we're going to be kind of playing it by ear as we go along with this project. Tales of Arise will come back soon, though. But why don't we go on ahead and get started? The next ship to sail. Hey, do you have some time to talk? I'll say my character's name, Vinder Hamel. I would like to gather everyone in Dawn's Spite and together assess the situation in which we find ourselves. Let's take a stock of the facts, shall we? The crisis at hand began with the sudden appearance of the ominous towers in a multitude of locations throughout the world. We have since learned that the said structures were brought into being by an organization known as the Telephory. I already forgot how to pronounce it, so rip. The Telephory's stated purpose is to recreate the final days of eons past, an apocalyptic event that would result in the destruction of all we hold dear. Already have these towers of theirs been the cause of untold suffering. Countless innocents kidnapped and imprisoned, their faith perverted for primal summonings. And unless we find a way to deal with the corruptive aura surrounding the spires, we can't even get close enough to rescue anyone. Can we talk about this song, though? Those shielded with the blessings of light seem to be able to resist being tempered, at least. But after we saw what happened to Ehrenwald and Fordola, we need to be very, very careful about how we proceed. Yet, while these threats close to home are of paramount concern, we mustn't lose sight of the situation in Garlemald. As you know, the Telephory are under the leadership of Fan Daniel and one other delightful fellow, Xenosier Galvus, the Crown Prince and our dear friend. To date, he has reclaimed his own old body, murdered Emperor Varus, and plunged Garlemald into an even deeper pit of chaos. The capital has already seen the worst of it. For a good while there, it saw the bloodiest fighting in the War of Succession, but that has since changed, and in troubling ways. During our reconnaissance, the air was not once rent by the barking of cannons and the cries of discord. To us, an eerie fog of silence which did blanket that ruined city. The inhabitants appeared to have been tempered, and with nary a word was spoken did they labor to transform the palace into a soaring edifice born of nightmares. If those were indeed made thralls, it's safe to assume that these events, too, were orchestrated by the Telephory. An army of primals is awful enough, but in light of recent developments, I fear it's only the prelude to an even greater catastrophe. We need to devise a means to counter this threat, and quickly, before our allies are overwhelmed. We'll find a way in Sharlayan, I'm sure of it. Master Fortuno's comments regarding the final days were curious to say the least. The forum knows more than what it's letting on. Sorry to interrupt. We've just received word from Mistress Kyle. She says that arrangements for your visit have been finalized. You're to head to Limsa Luminza and board the next ship bound for Sharlayan. And upon arrival, present yourselves as associates of the students of Baldesi. Come to assist with the Order's restoration. I love how his ears perk. The arrangements may be settled, but what are your thoughts? They must race with the prospect of returning home after so long. I'm eager to see it, of course. Of course. We should set up off at once. Sorry, this is banging. Then I'll accompany you to the docks. You need at least one person there to wave and cry you and wish you a safe journey. All right, we have our next objective. Let's go ahead and head to Limsa. I like Shadowbringer's quest accepting more. I'll just be straight up and honest. And before I forget, there we go. Anyway, let's go on ahead and I'll meet you guys over at over in Luminza. Now, as we're heading over to the location where we're going to be, picking up and dropping off stuff, obviously we're going to see a whole bunch of characters. This is one of the most popular areas in Final Fantasy XIV. But honestly, I don't know what the upload schedule for this is going to look like, because one of the biggest issues I've been having is actually even just getting onto the game in the first place. And so it's really difficult to know for certain entirely like how to plan out videos. So I don't know if this is just something that I should be recording, just, a giant thing and then just cutting it into multiple, segments, or, doing like an abridged thing along with it. And so it's going to be something that we're going to be playing by ear quite a bit. And we're going to be seeing a lot of players, experiencing these cutscenes for the first time alongside us. So why don't we go ahead and get started? Everyone's here, which is good. Because I've already paid for your passage and the fee is non-refundable. The ship for Sharlayan should be pulling into port soon, so please follow me and have all your luggage close at hand. Yes, I'm gonna bob and weave to like every song.
They've almost finished loading our cargo. We should be ready to depart right on schedule, or so I'm told.
Oh, whoops. Hold on. I did it.
Excellent. 'Tis nice to have a smooth beginning to one's journey, at the very least.
It's funny. Master Louis Soir came here on a ship very much like this one.
I will say, I'm not going to get these
names
right.
And now, years later, the street urchin he befriended that day is bound for his mentor's homeland. With his mentor's grandchildren, no less.
Aye. 'Tis upon reflection that every twist of time's river and fate's whims are brought into sharp relief. Thou hast matured much in the intervening years. Wert thou not caught attempting to relieve Master Louis Soir of his purse scant moments after he made landfall upon this dock?
Oh, really? Now that's a tale I'd like to hear.
I love them so much.
Will this be your first visit to Sharlayan, Sir Estinian? Sir Estinian?
Are we strangers newly met? Why this stiff formality?
I merely meant it as a professional courtesy, since we are now colleagues in an official sense.
I'd rather you dispense with the sirs, especially in private company. Or I'll be forced to respond in kind, little Lord Alphino.
Oh.
You've made your point, Estinian. Painfully well.
Little Lord Alphino.
Better.
What's up? What's wrong?
Are you all right, Tataru? You seem positively distraught.
Distraught? Me? Don't be silly. I think it's lovely that they get to see their homeland.
You want to come with, don't you?
It's just... we're trying to thwart the schemes of an army hellbent on destroying the world. And, once again, I have to stay behind and worry that this is the last time I'll get to see my friends.
I'll bring them back safe and sound. I promise. Say, I gotta sound reassuring, like, Vinder's a good guy. You can trust Vinder.
I'll hold you to
I'm
that.
piloting Vinder.
Ah, good. You're still here.
Hori! Kultine! What brings you all this way?
We're to assist the Maelstrom and the Kobolds with a lunar primal operation, so we thought we'd see you off before heading to the tower. Flamine and the others wish you all a safe journey and promise that they'll look after things here until you return. We will too, of course. Aye, we, your fellow Scions of the Seventh Dawn, will do our part to ensure the end of the world won't happen on our watch.
We're set to sail! All aboard for Sharlayan!
Wait, so how many people are actually coming with us to
time.
Sharlayan, you think? 'Cause I'm guessing that people must be going.
Then we must delay no longer.
Law.
We will contact you the moment we learn aught of value. Wish us luck.
Have a safe journey! And please, please, be careful.
That's what I think she's doing. Please be careful, wink, and little star anime thing. I don't know why. I feel like Tataru would be like that type of character in like the shows and everything that would do that. I like the way that I look. I'm happy.
And so you venture forth unto the unknown.
The narrator who I think it is.
Beyond the horizon that cannot be divined. A future undefined and in flux. In uncertain times, naught but the simplest words of wisdom will suffice.
Huh.
That which lives is destined to die. Love leads to loss. Every beginning has an end. Treasure every moment, every step of your descent.
So I guess this officially brings us to our. Oh, I just got Kingdom Hearts vibes. Now just play simple and clean.
There, in the depths where souls and stars rest, find your truth.
Just start playing like when you walk away, you don't hear me say, please, oh baby, don't go. Simple and clean is the way that you make. Sorry, song's a banger, and I don't actually sing like that. Anybody who knows me personally knows I don't sing like that. I'm just having fun. But to Sharlayan we go. Hopefully. Please, don't kick me out. Okay. I've always actually loved this version of Answers.
Feel. Think.
The day has barely dawned, my fellow earlier riser. Though we're hardly alone in that. Envious of those still sleeping soundly, no doubt.
Wait, how's Isaiah sleeping like that? My legs will fall asleep. Wait. She had her... Okay. All right. I don't like that.
Called out to you, you say? I've heard nothing myself. In any case, I dare say the sea air will do you good. Why not join the others on deck? Sharlayan should be coming into view at any moment.
Hyladin? Why is she here? Of course, you know, that one, like, I thought that was going to be like a one offline because I played like 5.5 maybe 2 days before this. The one offline, and now she's popping up everywhere. That was some foreshadowing, but now she's popping up everywhere.
My voice yet reaches you. I am glad. Hear, feel, think. And thus do we meet face to face at last, my warrior of light, guided by the crystal.
I can trust your words no longer. We have to decide our own path, not the one the gods laid out for us.
You have visited the first. You have every right to say that. You have gained an understanding of what I truly am, what Hydaelyn has always been, a primal.
Yeah, because if you think about it, just... I know that we've kind of described these two as gods, but...
Zodiac was created to forestall the apocalypse,
basically the same concept. A lot of people are just, you know, believing
world.
in her and then, you know.
And I was brought forth to bind him. Yet 7 times now, those who would orchestrate a return to that bygone era have rejoined a shard to the god I had sundered. The greater his strength grows, the swifter does mine own diminish. The power to draw your mind into the rift betwixt is no longer mine to wield. Yet though it taxes me sorely, I dare not leave these words unsaid. Even bereft of my guidance, you and your companions have accepted the burden of this star's troubled past. A conjunction has begun to form, an intertwining of your time and mine. Wheels shudder and turn. Conflict looms, monumental, which will decide the fate of this world and all life upon it. When you truly understand what is at stake, and your journey has prepared you to surmount the insurmountable, then shall I honor the promise made in another time, another age.
I see.
Cast your peepers to the fore, folks. Sharlayan's just over yonder.
I will not keep you further. Your traveler's heart must yearn to behold this unfamiliar land. We shall meet again, and soon.
So I wonder if she's actually going to be like having a lot more recurring moments throughout this expansion. Because I know that we've met her maybe a handful of times. I can't remember entirely all the instances because of the fact that I wasn't able to fully experience Realm Reborn and or Heaven's Ward. Stormblood I was there for, Shadowbringers I was there for, and now we're here.
Oh, what a fine morning. Oh, still a bit stiff though.
I'm gonna blame you how you were sleeping.
And a good morning to you too. Taking a look at the island already?
Then let's go. Let's go. Might still be room in the prow if we're lucky.
Ah, the sleepers have arisen.
Excuse you, I've been up for at least like 10 minutes talking to a goddess.
There she is.
Goddess.
Good old Sharlayan.
Oh, I see it.
Home. Home at last. Well, maybe not in Father's eyes, but we'll manage on our own, if we must.
You do know you're not alone in this, don't you?
Indeed. 'Tis as Sir Estinian saith. Forget not the comrades who boarded this ship at your side, I prithee.
Thank you, my friends. We are ever grateful for your steadfast support.
Upon arrival, we will be disembarking into the heart of Sharlayan proper. There is no greater concentration of wisdom in all the world. I am confident that somewhere within that center of knowledge and learning, we will find the answers we seek.
I don't know if they're going to let us in that easy. We're not at level 89 yet, so just in like a, a meta game sense, it's going to be a little bit harder to get the information that we want, especially with there being so secretive from the get-go. Does everybody just stare at the moon for fun? Oh, never mind. This was just the insert for the logo. Easy, bada bing, bada boom.
Sharlayan, the solitary island nation of the northern seas. Where under the watchful gaze of Thaliak, patron deity of scholars, academics hoard all manner of knowledge and secrets. Once, they deigned to accept foreign students into a distant colony maintained in the Dravanian hinterlands. How swiftly they abandoned it once the first Garlean boot set hostile foot on Alamegan soil. So averse to the prosecution of war, these men of wisdom, your would-be allies.
The Northern Empty. Old Sharlayan.
I thought they'd never let us off the ship. What's next then? Entry applications?
Maybe. You don't
Hopefully
know that.
they find no cause to deny us.
Hasn't Sharlayan all but severed relations with foreign powers? Those of us without direct ties, myself included, may be refused outright.
'Tis true that, as a nation, Sharlayan only forms trade agreements with a select few neutral countries. But from a practical standpoint, an island cannot afford to be overly strict with its borders, especially not if that island's people are wholly devoted to the accumulation of knowledge. If one submits the proper paperwork, with satisfactory evidence of identity and intent, then foreigners may be granted entry.
So my question is, do they know that I'm the Warrior of Light?
May.
Because that might cause a couple problems.
Quite. So let us be absolutely clear on these points before we proceed. The immigration officer will ask for your affiliation and your purpose of visit. Considering Sharlayan's views on intervention, I strongly suggest we avoid any mention of the Scions.
Okay, no mentioning the Scions.
Kral has laid the groundwork for us to act as associates of the students of Baldessian, and our ostensible reason for being here is to aid in their order's restoration. Grahatir, it might expedite our progress should an actual student be seen at the head of our little group. Would you mind leading the way?
Of course. The immigration offices were this way, as I recall. Shall we?
Oh, right. I think maybe someone can explain this to me in the future. But guess he was an actual student.
Greetings. We've just arrived and are eager to make our way into the city. Would you be so kind as to process our entry applications?
Certainly. I see by your mark you are an Archon.
I am. Grahatir of the Students of Baldessian at your service. I was assigned to an Eorzean survey team, but have returned to assist with the reformation of my order. My associates here will provide additional support.
Very good. I have paperwork
Okay, she looks like
detailing your group
she
and
looks
its
so
scheduled
she's
arrival
like
for today.
y'all sus. She had that y'all sus look. I swear.
And it seems some few of your companions are also Archons. If you'll step forward, we can process those applications first.
Ishtola rule.
I wonder how Alphano and Alice are gonna go, because at the end of 5.5 they literally got disowned.
See how it glows? That list is etherically linked with the citizen registry kept in the main repository.
Cause yeah, I'm worried about those two. I'm just saying.
I've confirmed your status as Archons and amended your travel records accordingly. Welcome home. Now, who do we have here?
Alphano Leveilleur.
And Alice Leveilleur.
I feel like they're about to get hit with a giant
Your applications have also been approved. Having said that, the streets are abuzz with talk of how House Leveilleur's lord disowned his young progeny. And while such personal circumstances constitute no reason to deny you entry, I urge you to avoid exacerbating your present situation. Times are quite troubled enough already.
Okay, so they didn't deny them, because I felt like that entire situation was going to be awkward anyway.
We shall keep that in mind.
I feel like they're about to beat up his father.
These last two are not Sharlayan natives, but you will find their credentials are in order. An application was made in advance.
Thank you.
Name and occupation?
All right. Vendor Hamel, adventurer by trade. We're trying to lay low, and I'm not dumb.
An adventurer. Well, I suppose that is considered a valid calling in your native Eorzea, and it does indeed match the profile provided. You may enter.
Dang, that's
And
condescending.
Estinian Valino, formerly of the Order of the Knights Dragoon in Ishgard.
Formally, at least. And what, pray tell, is your profession now?
Adventurer and trade. Adventurer and trade. Adventurer and trade. Come on. It's not that hard.
If you'll allow me.
Okay, Cryo. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, girl.
My associate is a mercenary, hired for his strength at arms. Surely you are aware of the dangers we often face on our forays into the wilderness.
Thank you, Cryo. Thank you.
Mistress Baldessian, if you insist on sponsoring his entry, then so be it. But while I appreciate that desperate times call for desperate measures, I find your choice of company concerning. Be advised that even a single misstep may have severe repercussions for your organization.
I have every confidence in my chosen company, dear and trusted comrades that they are. But I thank you for your concern.
I was about to say, like, lawful expressions are wild.
Croyle, it is good to see you.
Likewise. Long voyage notwithstanding, you will seem none the worse for wear. There is much to discuss, but this is hardly the place. Let's be on our way, shall we? Oh! Welcome, friends, to Sharlayan.
As your mercenary, I should hope my welcome includes a generous salary.
Oh no!
Well, I had to say something, Sir Taciturn.
Oh no! Yep, but as with anything, it's yeah, let's say it's gonna be a little bit of a longer, introduction type deal. So, I think this is probably a good place to go ahead and end things off. So why don't we go ahead and zoom in on my boy Vendor here. And, as always, I want to say, if you guys like what you've seen so far, make sure you guys check back regularly for new episodes of this, as well as some returns to Tales of Arise. So, thank you guys also very much for watching. If you guys haven't already, you can follow me on Twitter and or join my Discord to keep in touch with me. And I will see you guys all in the next one.